Nick, I have in my hot little hands the key to the world's most expensive crossover SUV, depending on how you look at it. It is the brand new Rolls-Royce Cullinan. How much does this bad boy cost?
A starting price, Roman, of $325 large, or if you would have something well equipped that only we would be seen in, we're talking about $450.
So about the price of the average home in America.
Yeah, I think you could pretty much go for that, depending on what state you live in.
So the question we're going to answer in this first drive video is, would you rather have a 4-bedroom house or a 4-door Cullinan? And that is coming up right now.
Under the hood of the Rolls-Royce Cullinan is a beautifully crafted, handmade, British engineered...
It's a BMW, Nick, a BMW underneath.
BMW engineered V12 engine, outputting 563 horsepower. The best fuel economy you'll get out of this, the best, traveling downhill with the wind behind you, just around 20 miles a gallon. The engine, very powerful, very beautifully made. But what's in front of the engine is even more exciting. The Spirit of Ecstasy, which is the girlfriend of the gentleman that designed it. And my favorite part that we have to do with every single Rolls-Royce is watch her disappear.
Stop it!
Sorry, Spirit of Ecstasy, for hitting you so hard in the behind.
Oh! Winner, winner, chicken dinner! That's so people like Nick can't steal your Spirit of Ecstasy. And Nick, your house won't do that, will it?
I'm sorry, come back!
Do you want to drive or do you want to sit in the back?
You tell me what you think would make a better video.
I think I want to drive, you sit in the back, right? Because you're British and I'm American.
Can I shout out of the window, do you have any Grey Poupon?
Feel free.
Okay.
Feel free. All right, let's go for a ride. All right. Let's check out the interior of this bad boy Rolls-Royce. Yes, it's a Rolls-Royce. Everything in here is sumptuous, real wood, real leather that comes from cows that are bred nowhere near barbed wire, so that there are no imperfections in this leather. But what I found most interesting is that this is the first Rolls-Royce, well, technically the first one, to have this button right there. Check it out. It's got an off-road mode. So this vehicle can actually do a little bit of off-roading, so that if you happen to have a castle on top of a mountain, you can put this in off-road mode and drive it up the mountain. Hey Nick, jump in, show him the back.
Oh, goodness me. Now, closing my door is something that I shouldn't have to do to reach all the way out to close these coach doors. So thank you very much, Rolls-Royce, for putting a handy little button here to close the door. And of course, and then I have curtains to shut out the riffraff. But also there's the opportunity to have my lunch, my gin and tonic, as I'm sitting here in the back. I can press a little power button here, fold down the table, puts out the TV screen. One of the great things about Rolls-Royce is that you can actually have full control of everything in the car. I think from the center console here. Open everything here. Nice somewhere for your Bible here, and the whole drinks holders here too. You can get a center control too. There's a control here for heating and all your accoutrements, headphone jacks too. And I can actually take control over everything that's at the front from here. So for instance, if I want navigation up, I can actually enter a new destination from the back here. So I can tell Roman exactly where to go. So Roman, there's a place called Chance's Bar and Grill. I think gin and tonics are in order.
But Nick, let's talk about the advantages of a Rolls versus that of a house. So a house doesn't have off-road mode, but a house will have dual climate zones if it's expensive enough. It certainly will have a TV. It certainly will have plenty of seating, but it won't have the scrumptious leather. It won't have these deep pile carpets.
Yeah, so 2-inch lamb's wool carpets. These cars are specifically designed so you can take your shoes and socks off in the back. And just to let you know that of course you've got the memo, nobody should be getting into a brand new Rolls-Royce without their Union Jack socks on. which is an absolute must with this vehicle. The other thing I'd like to point out too is the fact that these pieces of wood here are actually sliced millimeters apart from the same tree. So this piece on the right is exactly a millimeter or so different from the piece on the left. They are the next slices of the tree. So this wood fits together perfectly, and it's every single shaved piece of wood in here, the veneer is from the same tree.
Yeah, but you can get a lot of pretty cool furniture in a house that would be also very, well, luxurious, right? I mean,
yeah, except houses don't have navigation.
Now, yeah, that's true. Houses do not have navigation. All right, let's go for a ride. Nick, I think we should raise the Spirit of Ecstasy from her little cubby hole before we go.
Her hiding hole.
There she is.
Oh,
look at that.
I like it when she pokes out.
Now people will know that we're in a proper roller and not just
a cheap knockoff.
Well, I was thinking a Bentley Bentayga, right? Because that's probably the closest thing.
Sorry, what did you just say?
I said a Bentley Bentayga, which
I feel sick all of a sudden.
Which is probably the closest that competes to this Rolls-Royce. Bentayga started about $225,000. This starts at about $100,000 more and is about what? 1.5 times as big. It's a big vehicle.
Yeah, although there's been a little bit of criticism that the back in this vehicle isn't as big as a lot of people had hoped. I mean, not just for sleeping in, but also for the amount of room in the vehicle. If you have 3 adults in the back here, it's probably just about adequate. But I also realize, this does have something in common with the house. It also has curtains in the back. I have to work out now how to... Oh, wait, there you go. Look, I'm closing the curtains. Don't talk to me. Don't even look at me. Look away. Did you just look at me? Look away.
It's also dead quiet in here, dude. I mean, you could literally hear an ant fart in this Rolls-Royce, right? I'm talking at half of my normal volume, and I don't think you're having any issues hearing me. I feel like your chauffeur for some reason. Is that fair?
That's the way things should be, Roman. That's the way things should be. So this is a Pantheon Grill. You'll notice on many of the Rolls-Royce products. It resembles a Greek temple with the pillars up and down, and then the top of the temple here, which might have had naked figures on it if it was a real Greek temple. The Rolls-Royce badge always sits in the middle, the monogram RR with Rolls-Royce. There is a folklore about the Rolls-Royce name, that it's actually supposed to be Rolls-Royce, and that dash is for a third partner whose name has long been forgotten. He's just known as Dash.
Now, Nick, the thing about a house is you can sleep in it, right? And the question that we have to answer is, can we sleep in the Rolls? So let's find out. Of course, everything has to be electric. Nice. Nice. Let's lower the seats. Nice. I do see a bit of an issue, my friend.
I think you might have to sleep face down.
Yeah. Not the most comfortable in the world, Nick. Since this has air suspension, when you open this back, it actually lowers itself so that even you, my friend...
Oh, can I get up?
Yeah, can easily... Look at that. And it holds a lot.
2,000 pounds.
By the way, what's under here?
Things. One of the most... Oh, a tow hook.
Yeah, the world's biggest tow hook. I think this thing weighs like 5,000 pounds, doesn't it?
Wow.
At least.
It's a C2.
Oh, and a little tracker. I think they're tracking us, Nick.
Let's swap tracking between cars.
I'll be surprised to know we've never left the property. All right, let's see if this all buttons up with one push. Of course it does. All right, so sleeping accommodations. No. So one for the house.
So Roman, I want to show you something.
Yeah, what?
These center caps and these wheels always remain upright. You want to see it?
I mean that they'll always be facing forward with the RR the correct way that you would put it.
Absolutely, it would always be level, and it's because it's actually in an oil base there. So as the wheel moves, the oil always stays level, and the RR or the monogram will always be upright. You want to see it?
How do you demonstrate?
I'll drive it.
Okay.
Maybe we could get Ian to run alongside.
Hey, yeah, Ian, you run along, and Nick, you show him.
So this is a passenger car. It's meant to be driven around as you ride in the back. So the umbrellas, which are traditional in Rolls-Royces, would be in the rear doors of this. And you just pop a little button, out the umbrella comes, and here you go. Ready for a night on the town. Mark my words.
How much is that bad boy if you lose it?
I think they're somewhere around $500 to replace one of these. So guess what? But your house doesn't come with umbrellas in the doors.
So Nick, I'm going to count the number of RRs on this vehicle.
You mean monograms?
I mean monograms. I'm going to count the number of monograms, and should we stop counting at what number you want to say? 10? 15?
Yeah, like 20 would be ridiculous.
All right, so we've got 4, one on each wheel, right?
On the front, 5.
There's 4 of these on kind of the bash plates, right? They're on the windows.
All right.
So that's another 4. 13. They're hidden in the lights. Right there. And of course, how could you forget the ones on the headrest? I believe those are 4 of those.
20, 21.
So we're at 20.
The engine.
Yeah, I think we just stopped counting. We're already at 20, dude.
I'm actually really bored.
You know, the thing about Rolls-Royce is they didn't ever publish horsepower numbers, right? And the number that they would give you is a word, and that word was adequate. So I think, Nick, we should just give it the beans, as the British like to say, and see how much power this has. You ready?
All right, go.
You ready, sir? There we go. Beans.
So just delightful.
It's good, Nick. It's fast. This bad boy is fast.
Yeah, you don't feel it. It's the magic carpet ride. Every single Rolls-Royce has something called a magic carpet ride, where you feel like you're floating on a magic carpet above mystic lands.
Hey, Nick, check this out. I found some more.
Robert, stop it!
Look at that. It's even on the little... Look. That's 4 more. By the way, look. Another one, another one, another one, another one.
What are we up to, like 30 now?
I think we're up to 30 and we even got to the back of the thing. I mean, there's just so many in this.
Wait, the clock.
Does the clock have one? No?
No, wait.
If
It has Cullinan on it.
If you forget what you're driving, then you're probably in the wrong vehicle.
It's written on the keys.
Is there RR on the key too?
Wait.
Of course
Yes,
there is.
of
Of course there's the RR on the key. Hey Nick, I think we've got the world's smallest British car with Justin from Jalopnik over there, and now the world's largest British car. I think that's fair, isn't it?
Wait, we're on the wrong side.
Oh yeah.
You need to go that side.
Yeah. All right, there we go.
Ta-ta!
The one question is this one right-hand drive like it's supposed to be?
No.
It's supposed to be.
No. Bye, Justin.
Bye,
Bye, guys. Bye. Say
My
hi.
question.
I'll wager that's more fun to drive, and this is more fun to ride in.
Lies. You're full of lies, Roman.
No,
Lies.
that's the driver. This is the rider.
So, Roman, here's an interesting fact that the screen in front, the screen door in front of the screen there, which closes it off when you stop the car, is actually you're unable to close it in the United States due to an interesting Department of Transport law, which is that when you put a vehicle in reverse, it's about 1 point something seconds, the backup camera has to be immediately visible. And because the door doesn't open fast enough, it means that you can never close the screen off because that camera has to meet US regulations.
Where's this bad boy built, dude?
They're built in Sussex, England. They don't like to call it a factory, they like to call it the home of Rolls-Royce.
Yeah, factory would be such a vulgar term.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure this is built by gentlemen with
It's built by hand.
long white gloves.
Yes. It's built by hand, all the stitching's done by hand, everything's absolutely built by hand, put together by hand, and then all the fingerprints are removed. The pinstripes, or coach lines as they are actually called, are actually hand painted.
Wow. And that's got to be somebody with a very steady hand.
He doesn't drink.
He doesn't drink. At least
Bob.
at least not before work.
Yes.
You know, Nick, we're having a little bit of fun with this house versus Rolls-Royce, but I got to tell you, as the ultimate expression of luxury and in some ways mild off-road ability, this thing ain't bad, dude. You know, I could see myself behind the wheel of this bad boy. It's much better in person than it is, I think, in pictures, especially once you're behind the wheel.
I don't think it's the most beautiful Rolls-Royce they've ever made, but it's definitely the most athletic.
All right, Nick, car House. Car, house. Which do you choose?
It's the car, absolutely.
Yeah, me too. And why?
Absolutely the most perfect place to live.
You know, for me, you don't need a realtor to sell a car. As always, this is Roman and my man Nick saying thanks for watching and thanks for checking out this brand new Rolls-Royce Cullinan with us. What does that mean, Cullinan? Where did that come from?
Largest diamond ever discovered until they discovered a bigger one.
See you guys next time on the Fast Lane Car. Ciao.